Hi, and welcome to another episode of Eagle TV.
Now joining us is the middle school team. We have a new look and new segments.
I'm Griffin Harrell.
And I'm Lily Stolman.
So let's get this
The show on the road.
Hi, I'm Karis, and welcome to this week's devotion.
And I'm Daniel. Our devotion today is about friendship.
1 Thessalonians 5:11 says, "Therefore encourage one another and build each other up, just as in fact you are doing."
It is very important to build each other up. People can also build you up or tear you down. It really matters who you hang out with.
Think of it this way. If you have, let's say, 5 perfect apples, and one of them is rotten, well, slowly the other 4 are just going to rot too.
The same way, if you have 5 good people and you hang around them, they will slowly influence you.
The Lord tells us to build each other up for a reason.
Remember to use good words.
See you next time.
Hello, and welcome to your HCA faculty profiling. Now, over the course of this year, I'm going to be introducing you to all of the HCA faculty, all the teachers, basically to make your HCA experience and show you what it's like here at HCA. And for this first week, I'm going to be starting with our head of school, Dr. Helmer. Dr. Helmer, thank you for your time today for our first HCA faculty profile.
Absolutely.
I'm going to be asking you a series of questions, almost like a getting to know you as HCA's head of school.
Okay.
Firstly, how long have you been here at the School of HCA?
So this fall, the start of this school year, I'm starting my 6th year here at HCA.
Okay. And in that time, how would you describe the school and your experience at it?
So the one thing I've always told people is when I came here, I came to a school that was in great shape. Lots of love, lots of Christ-centered stuff going on, and really my hope was just to take that and continue building on it. And so I would describe HCA as a place that loves students and loves their families, and just love to see our kids learn about God and also their academics.
Okay. What is your vision going forward for HCA?
So, the mission, let's start with that. The mission of HCA has always been ultimately to train up students to go out and impact their world for Christ. So my vision is that we continue that. Now, is there a lot to pack into that? Absolutely. Not just increasing our facilities, making the academics and things better for our students. There's so many things that go into that. But my vision for our school is that we continue doing what this school did for the previous 21 years or so before I was here, and that is equipping kids, teaching them so that they can go out and affect the world for God.
Okay, thank you. What can families sort of expect from you as HCA's head of school?
That's a really good question. By this point, most people who have been here, I hope, know me to be a man of my word. If we say we're going to do something, we do it. What they can expect from me is that I continue to do everything within my power to make sure we are continuing the mission, continuing to value the family and their role in the process. God gives the family in the Bible the priority role in educating their students. So I know we're just here to help them, and we're a big part of you guys' life because you're with us probably as much as you are with your parents during a week. So for me, what they can expect is that I'm going to care about their kids, I'm going to care about them, I'm going to care about our staff members, and we're going to do the things we need to do to continue moving the mission of HCA forward every year, and hopefully getting better every year at what we do.
Okay, thank you. And your last question, how do you think God has impacted this school and this community?
Boy, that is the big question. I've talked with so many staff members who have been here way before I ever was, and they will all tell you one thing, that is that God has a special place in his heart for HCA, and he always comes through for HCA, whether it's something that we need financially that might not have been in the budget. All of a sudden somebody shows up with a check and just out of the blue, or whether it's a time when the school might be struggling with some things and all of a sudden God answers prayer and he just takes care of it. And so how has God impacted this? This is God's place, right? We're God's children. His will for us is that we draw others to know Him, and HCA's always done that, and so God has always blessed HCA, and my hope is that as long as I'm here, and then for the many, many years to come after I'm gone, that God will continue to bless HCA, because HCA is doing what it's supposed to do, and that's pushing the mission forward.
Amazing. Well, that was an amazing time. Dr. Homer, thank you for your time. We know you're a very busy man. And for everyone who is watching, I hope you learned something about our HCA Head of School, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling Heaven Hotline. How may I help you? Yes, that sin is covered. Yes, that sin is covered. I haven't even heard of that sin before, but I promise you it is covered. You're still loved by God, alright? No problem, my dear. Now make good choices and don't go be seeing everything because Jesus has already seen it, alright? Take care. I'm gonna need a raise.
You're probably wondering why we're wearing this. This week is homecoming week, and today's theme day is superhero versus villain. I'm Corella, and these are my Dalmatians.
This is a new segment. It is called HCA High School Athletics, and we will be showing you previous film from the games.
I hope you enjoy the show.
Let's
get into it.
Our greatest strength is probably how many young people we have.
I would say our defense a little bit. I mean, we seem to allow the team to run the ball all over us most of the games, but I mean, it's improved since the beginning of the season.
I think they're doing a really good job with what they have, and just that they really do care about us, and they want to see us succeed, so they're doing great.
How did you feel about Ethan's interception?
I felt pretty good about the interception. It felt good. I wish I had a couple more inches on the outside so I wasn't out of bounds, but besides that, it was pretty good.
So, how did you feel about the first touchdown that we got of the game?
My attitude? I felt pretty good. I felt pretty confident in the team when that happened.
That was good. How do you feel?
I felt very confident at the beginning of the game, especially after the first touchdown or two.
Okay.
How do you think the rest of the season's going to go?
Pretty good. We started off with a good start, and we're going to keep doing good in district and keep winning.
That's all for this week's athletics.
Now on to middle school athletics with Robbie.
Thanks, guys. I'm Robbie with middle school sports. First off, we have the middle school volleyball B team, where they played and beat Lake Hill Prep on October 21st. Looking at the sets of the game, in the first set, HCA lost 16-25. In the second set, HCA won 25-14. And in the last set, HCA closed out the game winning 15-4. Let's look at some of the footage from the game. This is Isabel Nunez getting another point for the Lady Eagles. Next off, we have the middle school football team where they beat Ovilla Christian on October 22nd, 56-19. Let's see a video from the game. This is Robbie Hunter scoring a touchdown on a catch and run to the end zone. Now, let's look at the upcoming middle school sports for HCA. Next week on November 5th, middle school last football game is against Corumdale. That's all for this week. See you next time.
Yo, welcome back to Deanna's Barberhood Stories, episode 2. Today we'll be looking into the book of 1 Kings. Let's get into it. Okay, so one day there was this town and they were worshiping both God and some dude named Baal. And there was this prophet named Elijah. And he was so tight with God he could read his mind because they were like besties. And he knew that God did not vibe with it. So Elijah went out to them and he was like, yo, broskies, you can't do that anymore. You can only pick one. And the people were like, man, we would, but which one do we worship? So Elijah had this banger idea. So he was like, okay, what if we start a little, one-on-one competition? I will build a fireplace to God, and you can build one to your little Baal or whatever, and see which one catches on fire first. And then we'll see, which one is God. So the people were like, okay, bet. So both Elijah and the town were building, their little fireplaces, and it was Baal's turn, and they were like, oh, great, mighty Baal, come down and set fire to our gorgeous fireplace, my lord, please. I did like a straight gangster was like, you know what, he's probably in the bathroom, or maybe even sleeping or something, because I don't hear him anywhere. No, seriously, verse 27, look it up. Anyways, it was Elijah's turn now, so Elijah knew God would help him out, so just to prove his point, he dumped 3 buckets of water on his little fireplace, and he was like, pow, pow. And then the mini fireplace caught a huge fire, and then all the people were shook. Then they all realized that God was the right God. Moral of the story is, God is the one and only God. not some golden cow or whatever you guys worship. I don't even know anymore.
What did you think of Biblehood Stories, Lily?
I liked it, not gonna lie.
I did too. I thought it was really good. I wonder what ASL is up to right now, though.
Welcome back. This week I'm going to be teaching you colors. First, red. Red. Orange. Orange. Yellow. Yellow. Green. Green. Blue. Blue. Purple. Purple. Black. Black. And white. White. See you next time.
Hi, and welcome to New Kid on the Block. Today I'm interviewing Robbie Hunter, an 8th grader who came from Utley Middle School. Robbie, how are you liking HCA so far?
I like it. It's a really good school and I'm having a lot of fun.
Do you have a favorite memory from the first 9 weeks?
I think it's winning my first football game. It was a really good memory.
Oh, so you play football. What position are you?
I'm a wide receiver.
That's cool. Do you have any siblings that go to HCA?
Yeah, my brother Henry, he's a junior.
What does a normal day in the life of Robbie look like?
So I go to school, then I go to football, then I play some super cool video games because I'm a gamer, and then I do my little lad dance before bed.
As everyone does.
Yeah.
Yeah. And are you looking forward to anything this year?
I think it's going to the Washington, D.C. trip in April.
Thank you for watching this edition of New Kid on the Block.
Hi, I'm Madison, and welcome to the Weird But True Show. This week's weird factoid is that a honeybee has the same number of hairs as a squirrel, which is 3 million. The average length of an eastern fox squirrel, which is the one most common to Rockwall, is 21 inches long, and a honeybee is barely even 1 inch long. And all 3 million of those tiny hairs that can cover a honeybee can cover an entire squirrel. I don't know about you, but that makes my brain hurt. This week's wacky word is Libracubicularis. You'll have to wait until next week to find out the answer. Until then, thanks for watching and stay weird.
Hi, I'm Jordan, and welcome to a new segment called Alumni Spotlight. Today, we're here visiting with Brooke Mignot, who is a former Eagle TV Senior Director and HCA graduate. And welcome back to Eagle TV.
Thank you, I'm glad to be back.
First off, I have a few questions, which is, what year did you graduate HCA?
So I graduated in May of 2021, which was a couple months ago, but yeah, so it was a good graduation. I loved it.
How many years were you at HCA for?
I came in 5th grade, so if I do the math, probably like 8 years, I think. Not really good at math, but.
What college are you going to right now?
I'm going to Baylor, Sickle Bears. I think that's where Miss Webb goes, or went when she went to college, so yeah.
What are you studying at Baylor?
Currently, I'm a pre-business major, so I'm studying entrepreneurship and marketing, where I hope to either open my own business later in life or work with the marketing team at a big organization.
Oh, that's really cool.
So, yeah.
And last question, how did HCA impact your faith today?
Yeah, I think HCA really impacted my faith today because it taught me, especially when I went to college, that I really need to make my faith my own and not just rely on my parents or like have that codependency on them. So I think really going to college and leaving the house and leaving here really taught me that I need to make my faith my own if I want it to be serious. So yeah.
Well, thank you for being our first guest on Alumni Spotlight, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Hi, I'm Jordan, and one of my favorite Bible verses is Isaiah 40:32. This verse says, "When you go through deep waters, I will be with you." I like this Bible verse because it talks about no matter what we go through, God will always be with us. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Summer States. This week's state is Minnesota. Let's get right into it. Did you know that in Minnesota there are 69,200 miles of rivers and streams? That's enough to circle the equator 2¼ times. Also, did you know that Minnesota produces more turkeys each year than there are people in California? Also, did you know that Minnesota has 1 recreational boat per every 6 people? That's 909,528 boats, and that's more than the population of South and North Dakota. Lastly, did you know that Minnesota has over 3 times more white-tailed deer than college students? Well, that's all for this week. Stick around for next week. Bye.
Do you think people just don't go to college in Minnesota, or is there that many deer?
I don't really know, but what I do know is how you can support our school by hitting that like button and subscribing.
And this has been Eagle TV.
Bye.